Hello from Little Creek Bee Ranch. We wanted to do a follow-up video on some of the wood projects that we're doing. If you were watching us, you saw us cut some boards yesterday, so I thought, well, I'll just follow on and show you how we put together some of the boxes. What we're doing today is putting together 14 medium Nucs or mating boxes. I don't hear many beekeepers talk about this little trick. It's a Nuc. That's a medium, but it also can be used as a mating box. If you want to raise some queens, it's just a medium frame, nothing super fancy. It holds five of them, and just about, I don't know, 3/8, just the way we want it. We cut it. So that's what we're making. We'll take a paddle drill and put a 3/4 inch hole right here. We'll put a 3/4 inch hole in there. But that's what we're putting together with 7/16 crown, 1 3/4 air staples. That makes the work much easier. So here's one that we put together. We fit together. If you can see right there, there's a little bit of a gap. Not a big deal. We're in the back side of the garage here as a shop. Well, watch this. I'm going to turn around in one spot. All the stuff. That's as much room as I got to work for today, for right now, because we have lots of box stuff to put together. So a staple go right there, and a staple would go right. Well, that one messed up. It got a messed up staple. We'll have to dig that. We'll use pliers and dig that out later. All right. So one goes up here. Let's see if I can get this right. And we use the corners to lock it in, like that. We'll turn it around. There's our handles that we cut yesterday. It's alright. Line it up. Staple go up here. Staple go right here. Nice. If you have air tools, it makes putting together boxes so much easier. And the staple will go right there, and staple right there. Now what I'll do, I don't worry too much about being perfectly square because we're a small box, not a big one. If it's a bigger box, they can be more out of square than the others. And I'll just flip it around like so. This is the way I do it. Oops. And tighten it up. I'm tightening up these corners. Mites and little small hive beetles, they don't need very much room to hide in. They can hide in just a little bit of a crack. So we'll tighten up that corner and tighten up that corner, and then finish our staples. So now we're upside down, so the end gets 3 staples, and then 1 in the corner to lock it in. Over here. That knot, that's what's slowing me down, is that knot right there. It's alright. And I'm going to go over to the end, right there, and there. Corners, top, and then into the side, like that. Yeah. So now, what we have, and here's the beauty, I love this. When you do this work, these boxes ought to last you years and years and years. You know, I'll chase that down later, and I'll tap that one in deeper. I'll pull that out and reset a staple. But there's a medium mating box. Let's do a 3/4 hole. See if I can do that. Excuse me, I gotta go all the way over here. I'm gonna grab. Whoops. Yeah. It's alright, man. Getting it done. What I do, I take 3/4 bit. I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna put it low, about right there. Now, I'm sure that splintered out the back side. Get that off there. I'll probably splinter out the back side. That's alright. The bees. So if we look, the speed at which we move the drill bit, pop that backside wood out. Not a big deal. But here's my point. If I put a 1/2 inch hole in here, it slows the travel down and slows their building down. But a 3/4 hole for a size this small is great because they can build out quicker. I can also get me one of those discs, and I can screw a nuke disc on there, and I can stop the hole, plug the hole, vent the hole, whatever. I can just put one of those metal discs. But my point is a 3/4 hole, because it will speed the buildup inside of here versus a 1/2 inch hole. Okay, so I like a 3/4 hole. Okay, let's do one from the beginning. The more you can make, the more money you're ahead. But I like these mediums, particularly as a nuke. I feel like I get double, triple duty out of them. Some people ask for nuke starts in medium size. Here we go. And then when we're doing mating boxes, we want the queen to have enough bees to really do something worthwhile. The little mating boxes you saw us make a few years back, it's pretty small. That's alright. Okay. But this seems to be just right. I think we did 14 of these. We'll probably do more later on, but these are just the right size. I like the idea of having a medium mating nuke. Okay. And the wood clamps. Just get it tight. I'm not worried about the square. It's small enough, it'll square up pretty close. Don't worry about that. There we go, yeah. Oops. Okay. And then, let's see if I can get this one down. Get the corners all tight. That's what we're after. The corners all seated in there. Alright. Little rubber mallet. What I'm after is I want these corners smooth together. You just tap them down until they're pretty smooth. It's the top. Not the top even. Not so much the bottom. Now the bottom in these little boxes will have hardware cloth screen. No bottom board. They're real simple. And I'll probably just put a simple migratory top on it. Oops. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so if you see in the back, there's a gap back there in the back. We'll suck that up when we turn it over and reclamp it. But that's good enough for now. Yeah, yeah. Alright, let's see how we go here. Stick on the top. Side. Top. Side. Okay. Turn it around. Yeah, this would be sweet. I should have made these. I should have made these some years back. Just really didn't think about it. We'll do more of them. Love medium-sized boxes for honey and pollen harvesting. Great, just great, perfect size. Okay, now here's a knot. I don't know how this, see how this staple acts. Let's see what it does. Ooh, yeah. Sweet. Alright. Lock it in. Versus straight, I turn it just a smidge so to go in there to angle. Lock it down. Good. That's good. Let's see if I can get that. That's alright. Little tips, little tips, little tips. Lots of little tips. And that adds up to a system. But if you're a wood person and you like to cut wood, this will be up your alley. And you'll probably do it just a little bit different than I do, but whatever. We get lots of calls for queens. Lots. Every day. And I don't have nearly enough. I think I've got 40 mating boxes. Do these 14, that'll give me 54. I won't fill them all this year, but planning down the road, you know. We'll do some this year. Okay. There goes a staple. In the middle. And then two on the side. Yep. And then one in the side. And let's see, I spin it around. And up here, and in the middle, and then on the side. Oops. Let's see here. There, and there, and there. Alright, not hard. And the cutting part is the tedious part. Once you get all the cuts made, you know, it's downhill from there. But this, I just think this is sweet. Yeah, this is sweet. So we'll put our hole in. Let's see if I can do this. Right here. I just pick a spot. No particular distance. Just like this is the halfway dividing line. I'll just go down the lower part. It's not going to have a porch or anything, just a hole. Now, I don't want to pop wood out the other side. Try to do a smooth exit. It's a pressure issue. There we go. Here it is. Always a little bit. Not a big deal. Okay, so dust that off. See how we did on the other side. Not a deal. Yeah, you know, it'll get painted on the outside. Painted on the outside 4 coats. And hardware cloth. I don't have. Well, let's see. It looks like well, the screen that you have for a bottom board, same thing. And all we do in this case is turn it over, cut it to the dimension, and staple it on all the way around. Now watch this. You're going to miss this if you don't pay attention. Little tiny colonies like this have a hard time cooling. That's a huge deal. We lost a dozen nucs all at one time. A couple of these, it just is hot, and small colonies have a hard time cooling. So this is not really a winter box, as it is a queen mating box or just a small nuc prep box. And we want that bottom screen, and then we'll have a migratory top on the top. So I hope that helps you. there's a medium nuke slash medium mating box with nice D handles. Sweet. Hey, have an awesome day.